Good morning and welcome to the Appellate Division First Department for our virtual admissions ceremony for Monday morning, November 7th. I'm sorry that we're not able to be all together in our beautiful courtroom, but I hope that that fact will not in any way take away from the importance of this moment for all of you in your lives. We are going to begin with Ms. Veronica Guerrero, who is Chief Counsel to the Committee on Character and Fitness. Ms. Guerrero?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, and good morning. I, Veronica Guerrero, counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored to present 39 applicants to the court for admission to the bar. Each of these applicants has met all of the requirements necessary for admission to the New York State Bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each and every candidate here today. Accordingly, and on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant here this morning does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York. Therefore, I do hereby move for their admission.
Well, thank you very much, Ms. Guerrero. I did have an opportunity to consult with my colleagues earlier today to make sure about this motion and to discuss it. We're very happy to tell you that we're happy to grant this motion. And we'd like to thank you, Ms. Guerrero, and ask that you thank all the members of the Character and Fitness Committee who have interviewed all these candidates and reviewed their applications and presented us with what appears to be a very fine group of applicants for admission this morning. I would now like to call upon Margaret Soa, who is the Deputy Clerk of our court, to administer the oath of office.
Good morning, Justice Katnick. Good morning, candidates. Candidates, please raise your right hand. I'll recite the oath in the form of a question. At the end, I'll ask you to unmute your microphones and respond by saying I do. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Attorney and Counselor at Law according to the best of your ability? Please unmute your mics and respond.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations, attorneys. You may lower your hand and please remute your microphones.
And for those of us who are in the court, if we can unmute our microphones, we'd like to give a round of applause to our new New York attorneys. Congratulations to each and every one of you. At this time in our ceremony, it is traditional for one of the justices to make a few welcoming remarks to all of you. And this morning, that privilege falls to my colleague, the Honorable Peter Moulton.
Thank you, Justice Katnick. To all the new lawyers in this virtual room, congratulations. 35 years ago, I was admitted in the first department. I don't remember the justices who were present that day. I don't remember much about the remarks of the justice who addressed us newly minted lawyers. I do remember asking myself, when is that guy going to stop talking? So I will be brief. You are joining a vital profession, one that is a crucial component of government, of the economy, of all aspects of a well-ordered society. It needs good people to run properly, and you are literally our newest recruits. Our legal system, along with similarly independent legal systems in a handful of countries, is the envy of the world. The majority of nations probably do not have the rule of law as you and I understand it. They do not have fair, fully functioning legal systems. By contrast, in New York City in particular, our state and federal courts are a destination for commercial entities from around the world who, if they must engage in litigation, wish to do so in a forum that is free of political or commercial biases and that renders decisions in a reasonable amount of time. Indeed, corporations around the world often write into their contracts forum selection clauses that designate the commercial division of Manhattan Supreme Court as the court where any litigation arising from the contract will go forward. The importance to business of a fair and impartial legal system cannot be overstated. Without it, businesses are reluctant to commit capital and take risks. Our legal system has also been a means for moving our nation forward on civil rights. For those of you, probably the majority, who are fresh out of law school, cases such as Brown versus Board of Education, Estelle versus Ruiz, Gideon versus Brainwhite, Frontiero versus Richardson are fresh in your minds. Perhaps you read biographies of lawyers who changed aspects of our legal system for the better, such as Pauli Murray, Thurgood Marshall, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Perhaps you take inspiration from them. However, you should never consider our legal system to be perfect and immutable. Our legal system is a work in progress, and you all have a role in changing it for the better. A moment ago, I spoke about how well we do in commercial litigation and how we attract the world to our courts. However, other aspects of our legal system are sorely in need of attention and resources. Poor and working class people often have no access to a lawyer in civil litigation. In criminal courts, our assigned defense counsel often do an heroic job, but they are overworked and under-resourced. Having no lawyer or an overwhelmed lawyer is a disability in seeking a fair outcome. Economic status should not determine outcomes in our courts, but too often it does. Obviously, there have been times in our nation's history where lawyers have played a malign role in perverting our legal system. Joseph McCarthy was not a lawyer, but he was assisted by very able lawyers in his red baiting. Lawyers working for large corporations have, on occasion, gotten away with criminality and obscuring the health effects of dangerous products. Prosecutors have, on occasion, reinforced white supremacy in our criminal justice system. The imperfection of our legal system is reflected even in the First Department's beautiful courthouse. If we were sitting in our courtroom right now, you might look up into the stained glass dome in its center. You would notice the names of a number of legal luminaries, such as John Marshall. However, that cupola also contains the name of Roger Taney, Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, who wrote Dred Scott versus Sanford, in which the U.S. Supreme Court held that the privileges and immunities of the U.S. Constitution did not apply to African Americans, whether they were enslaved or free. The presence of Taney's name in our beautiful courthouse is a reminder to me of our imperfect legal system and how all of us as lawyers must work to improve it. How can you do that? First, you should do pro bono work for underserved communities. That's truly a win-win endeavor because you will simultaneously help out someone who needs help in a landlord-tenant dispute or a criminal matter or in a consumer debt case, and it will give you hands-on legal experience and greater responsibility than you might have at your current job. Second, you should join one of the numerous excellent bar associations that exist in New York City. The bar association's very mission is to improve aspects of the profession. In sum, remember that you are a member of a vital profession that can be an immense force for good. Act with integrity, act with intelligence, and act with heart. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Justice Moulton, for those thoughtful and inspiring words for all of our new attorneys. This admission ceremony is now concluded and the court is adjourned. The justices may now exit the team ceremony. Good luck to you all.
Lawyers will stay on.